So if you listen to the corporate media, you won't know what's actually happening in Ukraine or why there's a war in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has been provoked by NATO by threatening to bring Ukraine into NATO. And that was the one thing everyone knew for 25 years would provoke an attack by Russia. Plus, there's an oil pipeline involved. It's called Nord Stream 2, going right from Russia to Germany. And the United States wants the oil companies in the United States to be able to get that market instead of Russia. So 40% of the energy in Europe comes from Russia, and the United States wants in on that market. And they also, so that's what this is all about. Okay. So you'll never hear that on any of the other news, but there's lots of things. We committed a coup in Ukraine in 2014. There's lots of other things that go along with that, but we've instigated this, meaning the NATO and United States. Okay. So even now the Pope is acknowledging that. The Pope says NATO started a war in Ukraine by barking at Putin's door. Hey, somebody call that TikTok lady. I need to report a see something, say something. I feel that before going to Kiev, this is the Pope, I must go to Moscow, he told Corriere della Sera in an interview that ran Tuesday. But the meeting would not exactly be to condemn Putin, based on what he told the paper. He said that the real scandal of Putin's war is NATO barking at Russia's door, which he said caused the Kremlin to react badly and unleash the conflict.
They thought that he might be going to Moscow to condemn. He's going to take a trip to condemn Putin personally. That's a possibility.
That's not a possibility. So there's the Pope saying the real scandal is not Putin, but NATO. Isn't that amazing?
But why is it in quotes? Was he suggesting it's not a scandal and saying it ironically? Why did they?
I don't know what they put it in. I don't know. It is funny they put it in quotes.
Oh, maybe he said scandal and they're quoting it. Maybe that's what it is.
Francis repeated comments he has made in general audiences and in other interviews that the war is nothing more than a giant opportunity for a trade in arms, and that it is still ongoing because of the constant shuttling of weapons to Ukraine. So what he's saying is this is nothing but a money grab by the arms industry. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what he's saying. He has spoken twice by phone to Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, but mostly to urge him to not fight back. He also went to the Russian embassy to the Holy See days after the invasion began to register his concerns about what was happening. That's right. He told Zelensky, don't fight. But Zelensky is a hero. He didn't run. He didn't run away when Ukraine was invaded. He actually stayed in his country. You know, the basic shit any president of any country should be reasonably expected to do. I guess it's heroic because it's unusual for that to happen in a corrupt puppet state. So I don't know how to answer. I'm too far away. The question of whether it is right to supply the Ukrainians, he told the paper. The clear thing is that weapons are being tested there. The Russians now know that tanks are of little use and are thinking of other things. This is why wars are waged, to test the weapons we have produced. Few people are fighting this trade, but more should be done. Wow. They also call the Pope a conspiracy theorist over this. I'm not kidding. Pope Francis veered towards conspiracy theory. Wow.
What? He fell asleep on Narrative Highway and drifted into, into Conspiracy 101.
Weird.
Pope Francis veered toward conspiracy theory as he blamed the international community for instigating the war. You cannot think that a free state can make war on another free state, he said. In Ukraine, it seems that it was the others who created the conflict. I am pessimistic, but we must do everything possible to stop the war.